is Kareem from Houston, and I just wanted to find out about.
Got a lot of Texans here.
Just wanted to find out about how this ship is actually powered, how much electricity, gallons of fuel, and also is there any innovation on this ship different than the other ships?
Okay, sure. Well, the ship is what we call a diesel-electric ship, meaning that our diesel engines, we have 6 diesel engines, 3 big ones and 3 small ones, even though the small ones are really big ones. And they're all connected to generators, electrical generators. So all we're doing any time of the day, whether we're in port or underway, is we're producing electrical power. That power goes to a grid, and then we use it for everything, the lights, the air conditioning, and as we do right now, the propulsion of the ship. The main propulsion on the Oasis is what we call azipods. These are propellers that we can actually rotate 360 degrees. So there's no rudder. This is a rudderless ship. You can imagine that. But we don't need a rudder because, again, we can direct the thrust of the propeller exactly where we want it. The analogy that I often use is if you take a battery-powered hand drill, okay? And if you turn it upside, well, first of all, instead of putting a bit in the chuck, you would put a propeller, okay? And if you turn it upside down, so the bottom of the handle, you with me? Came up against the hull of the ship, that whole section, including the electrical motor of the drill and the handle, that whole thing can rotate 360 degrees. And we have 3 of them on board here, and each one has 30,000 horsepower. So we're able to use them completely independently, and we can direct, so the number of possibilities of positioning them, not only directionally, but also in terms of the amount of thrust that we're using, is almost infinite. And that allows me to direct the thrust exactly where I want it, and that's why the Oasis of the Seas is one of the most maneuverable ships out there, despite her unprecedented size. So the otherwise on the bridge, the sophistication of the navigation systems is in excess of actually what's going on to military vessels. Our main supplier for navigation technologies is the same supplier that has delivered the main navigation systems to, again, all of the U.S. Navy's aircraft carriers and warships. And the same technicians that have commissioned our system commissioned those aircraft carriers, and they'll tell us, or have told us, that the overall level of sophistication of what we have is way above what even the U.S. Navy has on their most advanced warships. So, but the basic propulsion is the diesel electric with the azipods, and then I have 4 bow thrusters up front, which help when we're maneuvering in port, and they each one together collectively they're almost 30,000 horsepower as well. So we've got a lot of power, and you'll see an interesting maneuver tomorrow. Well, you probably saw it leaving St. Thomas. That was a bit of a hole to get the ship into and out of. And Nassau is a pretty interesting maneuver as well. It's pretty straightforward going in, but our departure from Nassau is pretty interesting and exciting.
John and Lorraine, Sarasota, Florida. You're bringing on 12,000 rooms this year with the Oasis and Allure. On the other end of the fleet, as the fleet is aging, is there any plans to retire any of the other ships?
I'm not sure we're bringing on 12,000 staterooms. It's not
Quite
quite
1,000 berths.
Yeah, there we go. The company, we're always looking for ways that we can grow our fleet. Right now, we do not have any immediate plans to let go of any of our ships because we're going through a globalization strategy, which is really exciting. We are now having our ships deployed worldwide. We've done that for a long time, but the big difference now in our deployment strategy or globalization strategy is that we are sourcing our guests now from these regions, these local regions. So, for example, when the Independence was sailing out of Southampton, she was sailing with about 95% British guests on board, sourced from the UK, and that's a whole new world for us. And I think just from a business perspective, having that diversification is absolutely the right thing. So, wanting to globalize and being in an economy where Wall Street, right now, we sense that it's maybe loosening up a little bit, would not be particularly excited about us buying new ships or signing contracts for new ships right now in today's financial environment. We hope that that's going to be a thing of the past real soon, and we will again start building ships, but right now we need all the ships we can have. And in many ways we almost regret letting Sovereign of the Seas go to our other brand Pullman tours in Spain, because we could have actually have used her to support our globalization. Just to let you know where we're going with this, going back in just a couple of years ago, about 85% of our customer base was US, North American US, and our goal right now is by 2012, it'll be 50%. And 50% will be international, so that's a huge shift in our overall strategy, and I think it's absolutely the right one for us.
Hi, thank you. I'm Chris from Ocala, Florida, and I actually have a question for Ken. The shows have been fabulous. Is Royal Caribbean going to keep doing Broadway productions?
Yes, definitely. This cast, Hairspray, will be here for 6 months, and then there'll be another audition tour like they did. They went to, I think altogether, something like 15 different cities and auditioned the cast to be able to come up here that are here now. So this show, Hairspray, will remain on board the Oasis for probably anywhere between 5 and 7 years, because it's a huge investment. And then we're still sourcing out what shows we're going to do on Allure, but we are looking for another Broadway show for sure, because I think it's been very popular and you guys love it. Yeah, did you love it the other night? Yeah, or the other 4 times. I'm going to give you that option too. What I think is going to be interesting, and I think this is something that the world should start thinking about, is it wouldn't be great once the Allure is built, that the Oasis, you can come on a cruise, if you're able to hopefully take 2 weeks off, let's say, and you take 1 week and you come on board the Oasis from Saturday to Saturday, then you spend the night in Fort Lauderdale, and then you join the Allure and you take it from Sunday to Sunday. And you literally can go to the Eastern Caribbean 1 week, the Western Caribbean the next week, and see all the different shows from week to week. So that, I think, might be a good idea for the people in the future, for the guests to do. I think that'll be very popular. But yes, we want to keep going, because I'm very, very, very happy. I think we have great shows across the fleet at Royal Caribbean, but sometimes you think to yourself, well, that's a pretty good show, but I really love this show. But on this ship, it seems like we've hit a home run with every single show that we have, from the Aqua show to the Ice show to the shows. And wait till you see the show tonight called Come Fly With Me. If you don't see it tonight, see it tomorrow night, but you tell me later. But thank you very much. I appreciate that. Are we planning on bringing any Broadway Broadway shows to the other ships? Right now, no. I think it's still because it's so new over here. So, but you know, just like we do at Royal Caribbean again, sometimes we take things that happen, something that happens here on the Oasis, and we roll it back. I mean, so if we can roll it back, I mean, obviously we're not going to be able to add an aqua theater onto the back of certain ships, but again, we can maybe any new shows or new ideas or things like that, sometimes it's rolled back into the fleet, that's for sure.